What's up, everyone? Welcome to the Being Beautifully Honest podcast and channel. Thank you so much for being here, being subscribed. If you are not a subscriber, please do go ahead, hit that button. And if you're listening to this on YouTube while you're at it, hit that like button. It's like walking into the room and hitting that light switch. We just want to go ahead and brighten up the place. Let's get into this podversation/reality chat. All right. Now, you know that Kroybierman and Kimzolciak, I guess she's no longer using Biermann, but she's still married. They're going through a divorce right now. And a lot of people were not surprised when the news came out that they were going through a divorce, because the news came out right before that they owed over $1 million to the IRS for back taxes, as well as some money to the state of Georgia for state taxes that were past due. Anyway, nobody really knows what Kim does for a living, and we know that her husband, he's a former NFL player and younger than her, might I add. Not saying that that should be a big deal, but honestly, in my opinion, I feel that it kind of is, because I've seen them from the moment that they were on the Real Housewives until after their wedding special. I tried to watch the Don't Be Tardy show, but I just couldn't get into it. Just having her alone was just not my cup of tea. And just seeing how nasty she has been and how pompous her attitude has become since getting some notoriety, negative notoriety, in my personal opinion. She's not a celebrity. She's someone who is known as a reality star, but she's not a celebrity. People need to differentiate between what an actual celebrity is and someone who is known, or a public figure, or a reality star, so to speak. But anyway, it's like her attitude. She had a nasty attitude, and I'll never forget when she and Kandi went at it, because Kandi helped her out. Kandi wrote the Don't Be Tardy song, or rewrote it. The song was Kim's thing, the Don't Be Tardy for the party, but Kandi redid it, did it better. It became a number one hit. I really don't know why. I didn't really like it, but just saying. And then she wrote another song for her.
Whoa, 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 whoa. The ring didn't mean a thing. No. Whoa, 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 whoa. The ring didn't mean a thing. No. Whoa, 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 whoa. The ring didn't mean a thing to you. I see you're out there still doing your thing. So I'll keep the ring, set you free. Big bank account, you've got that. A black gun, you got that. Next time I catch you cheating, I'm gonna hit you in your pockets. Diamonds, you bought me. New furniture, you bought me. And I'm upgrading my Escalade the next time you act naughty. You bought me a ring to shut me up, just so you could keep sleeping around and cutting up. I don't even know what it costs, but it's not enough for me to keep letting you treat me like I ain't much. You're nuts. Whoa, 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 whoa. The ring didn't mean a thing. No.
I'm sorry, guys. I'm not going to hurt your ears anymore with that. But yeah, she wrote that song for her. The ring didn't mean a thing. And it was just like, girl, Kandi helped you so much. And she just trashed Kandi. She wanted to cut her out of the deal. I guess Kandi was just trying to be a friend, didn't do any business paperwork with her or whatnot. And the money that I guess whatever it was set up on iTunes or whatever streaming platforms, I don't know how they did it, but I guess Kim set it up in a way where the money would go mainly to Kim. Not sure how that was set up, but I'm going to let you listen to a clip of that here.
Well, Ness emailed Kim to say, since Kandi is not only a friend, but also such a vital component to the success of Tardy for the Party, why did she not receive any of the royalties?
God. Long story short, I was giving Kandi 33% of the gross sales, and my lawyer's like, what are you doing? That's not how it works. It was supposed to be 33% of publishing.
Okay, look, normally you'll have a producer agreement and then you have your publishing, which is separate from that. But we wiped out all the trying to do the producer agreement about the price of fees because we thought we were just splitting it 3 ways. But when she came out like she was upset, well, though I took it like you was trying to say, I like somebody tried to take advantage of
No.
me. So that's why I was like, you know what, forget it. Let me give her money back. And I haven't seen another publishing check since, period. And you have got more money off of it.
How much total was made off of Tardy for the Party so far?
I haven't been to TuneCore, which is where the money goes, and then I guess you cash it out or whatever. I honestly haven't looked.
How much do you estimate that song has made?
80 to 100, at least. All I've ever gotten was like $3,000 or $4,000. But with her, I felt like, okay, I don't like to argue about money with friends, but what irritated me is that even if your lawyer came to you and told you, well, why are you splitting that with her like that? You know good well in the beginning you didn't put up no money, you didn't do anything. If I felt like, okay, well, we splitting this equally, I only got $3,000-$4,000, and you think you should make 80?
So you heard that. So yeah, Kandi did a lot for Kim, and Kim just kind of gave Kandi her ass to kiss, right? Well, anyway, now she's apparently, it's being reported, begging Bravo for a job because now that she's going through this divorce and she's got this tax debt, she's got gambling problems, it's being reported allegedly, as well as now that they're splitting up, she needs to try to make some sort of comeback. So basically, Radar Online is reporting that ex-Real Housewives of Atlanta star Kimzolciak has been pleading with Bravo execs to give her a job as she desperately needs to make money. According to sources close to the situation, quote, Kim knows how to make great reality TV and not much else, which is why she's begging them to take her back. She needs the money. She needs a job. She's desperate. Okay. Listen, I'm not here to kick anybody while they're down, but I do believe that you go through things in life, and a lot of times, if you don't get the lesson the first time, you're going to go through it again. And you reap what you sow. She has been nasty to a lot of people, okay? I've talked about this before. I told you guys that I did not like how she treated her parents. She treated her parents like crap at her wedding. And I believe that in all of the 11 years that they've been married, her parents have not even met their new grandchildren. How dirty can you be? I think it was only like the first one that she had with Kroy that they met because that child was a baby when they got married. And she got pissed off because her parents went in the house to use the bathroom and they didn't want to use the porta potties up front. And the baby woke up and started crying. And she kicked them out. She kicked them out of the house and out of the wedding reception. And she has not had any relationship with her parents. So to see now that she was so nasty when she was on the Real Housewives of Atlanta last during the time that she was pregnant as a peach holder, I should say, because she's been on there since then. But as a peach holder, she quit. She was pregnant. They were supposed to be going on a trip. I think they kind of went off on her because they were saying it was Kandi, Nene, Kenya, Cynthia, like they were going off on her, and even Kandi was too, because they were saying, you're always late, you never show up for work on time, you always have excuses, we already had this date planned, because we know on the show, on filming, they make it look like somebody just planned a trip and they're saying, oh, we're going to go next week, or we're going to go in 2 weeks to Ireland or to the Maldives or to the Turks and Caicos Islands or wherever. But we know that stuff has already been pre-planned, right? So they already had a date set. And when they brought it up to her, she tried to back out and to say that she couldn't travel. And that's when they all got pissed because And it kind of broke the fourth wall because they were like, look, we already had this date planned and now you're backing out of it. I mean, for me, if she didn't want to go, I would have been like, okay, we'll see you when we get back to Atlanta. I wouldn't really care that much. But I think because for the rest of them, they see it as work, which it is. It's a job. They saw this as another attempt by their coworker to get out of working when the rest of them, they have to show up for work, right? Which is crazy because the work for them is going to dinners and lunches together to discuss topics, are going on vacations and trips with people that you can't stand, that you're not really friends with. I mean, but it's their work. It's their job. I get it. So they went off on her at that time. And at that moment, she got up. She was like, you know what? I'm not dealing with this. I'm done. And she took off her microphone, the camera. People were following she and Kroy, and they got to the car, and she was cursing them out, saying, get that effing camera out of my face. And Kroy got out of the truck, and like he was cursing them out. So it was like they were biting the hands that fed them. And even after that, they awarded these people and gave them their own show, Don't Be Tardy. I felt that was absolutely insane and ridiculous, but I mean, the network isn't going to do something that isn't mutually beneficial for them. So of course they felt like they were going to get the views and the ratings. So they used them. Yeah, we'll give you a show, quote unquote, but we're going to get the views and the ratings and we'll make our money. You get some money too. And we'll do that. But they had about 7 or 8 seasons, whatever it was. And then they were done with it. I believe it was because they were not getting the views that they used to get. And they really felt like now's the time to be done with this, cut back on expenses, and let's move forward and do some other projects. And that's what they've been doing. So now that after she's bitten the hands and the fingers and whatever that has fed her for all of these years, where none of us would know who she was had her opportunity not come to be on the Real Housewives of Atlanta, now she wants to get back on the network. No. Go get a freaking job. Go to trade school, get your education, and go and become a real nurse or a LPN or even a CNA, something, because she claims she used to be a nurse. I don't know how true that is, but I don't want to see her on TV anymore. I don't want to see her back on the Real Housewives of Atlanta. I don't want to see her on Real Housewives Ultimate Girls Trip. I don't want to see this heifer. I don't. But do you think that Bravo's going to give her another opportunity to come back? I believe that if they can find a space for her where it's going to make sense for them, they're going to do it because they're going to capitalize off of the fact that she's going through a divorce, and they'll get more people watching because people love a train wreck. So they're going to watch, get the views, they'll get the money, and, they'll make a quick bag off of it. But I just don't want to see her personally. I don't believe she deserves another opportunity. But I mean, that's the world that we live in, where a lot of the people who don't deserve to get these things and get these opportunities, they get them. So in my personal opinion, I don't care if you have no other skills besides making great TV. And that is definitely an opinion about her making great TV. Now, she's sung some horrible tunes, like I just played for you guys at the beginning of this to hurt your ears, that you'll never forget. Absolutely unforgettable when it comes to that. But her being great for television, I don't agree. She's a pompous you-know-what, and I don't like how she treated her parents. I don't even like how she treated Kroy, but in my opinion, he signed up for it. He was younger than her, and I feel a bit naive coming from the Midwest, and I guess she put it on him. So he just could not see the forest for the trees. But now, he's reeling from it. They're claiming that she spent up his pension. I don't know how true that is. That is an allegation. Of course, they've got the IRS lien and tax debt. They're alleging that she spent a lot of the money on gambling, and the bank records have been exposed to put that out there. He wants her to undergo a psychological evaluation because of all of the spending that she's done, all the plastic surgery and all of the gambling. And she's accusing him of smoking weed. I mean, in comparison, I would say she seems to have the majority of the problems. And hell, if I wouldn't blame anyone that had to deal with somebody like her and had all those kids. You might need to get away to smoke a little bit of weed. And I'm one of those people that believes in prayer and, and all of that stuff. And I don't smoke weed, but I'm just saying I would understand. So I think even the court would look in comparison and say, look, man, can we buy you a few bags? I'm just saying, I don't know. I do believe that she has problems, but I do not believe that she deserves to get bailed out by Bravo. She's done a lot of people wrong. She did her parents wrong. She did Kandi wrong. She gave people her ass to kiss, both butt cheeks. And she just feels like she deserves to be on TV so that she can pay her bills. No, pay your bills or go file for bankruptcy, but don't try to get back up in people's faces and then you want to just be this fabulous Kim with the wigs and driving your Bentley and doing all. No, people know that it's fake. Anyway, guys, I just wanted to talk about that. You let me know your thoughts about all of it in the comment section below. Thank you so much for being here, liking and subscribing. I'm Beth. I'm just being beautifully honest. So until the next time, I just wanted to keep it brief, beautiful, and now I'm going to say bye.